Okay, next we have North Carolina. Their win total set at 7.5 this year. Mac Brown, the longtime head coach. Chip Lindsey, the offensive coordinator. New defensive coordinator this year, Jeff Collins, the former Georgia Tech head coach. They brought in Max Johnson at quarterback. Obviously, pretty much anybody was going to be a downgrade, but he's at least something solid, they think. What do you think about this North Carolina team, Ashton?
If the defense can just be like marginally good,
Yeah.
they're going to be pretty solid. I mean, but that's
Yeah.
been the case for North Carolina for a little while. Like those guys, they give points out to everyone. So, yeah, the number is 7.5. Is that's
Hmm.
what you have as well? Is that right?
Right.
I'm going to take the under just barely. The non-con is sneaky difficult. James Madison and Minnesota in the non-conference is that those actually aren't easy teams. They may sound easy. They may not. I mean, you don't think of them when you think powerhouse. Those are going to be difficult games early in the year. Yeah, so I'm going to lean. I'm going to lean to the under. They also play Florida State and NC State in conference. So I'm going to lean just to the under there. I don't feel super strong about it. I can see them going 8-4. I mean that's possible. I do think it's more likely that they're 7-5. I actually kind of like Max Johnson at quarterback. I'm not a hater of Max Johnson at all.
Hmm.
I think he's good. So yeah, I'm split on this just a little bit. I'm going to lean under. Um, I kind of actually am rooting for this team. Yeah, I'm kind of rooting for this North Carolina team just a little bit. I hope they prove me wrong.
Sure. I like the running back, Amari Hampton. I think they have pretty good tight ends, sort of an iffy offensive line, but overall solid offense. I think Jeff Collins actually could make a pretty key difference on defense. They just need to not suck on defense. They have solid talent there. It just hasn't worked out the last while. I'm going to take the over just barely. I think 7.5 is a pretty good number. Um, I'm probably less scared of James Madison for them just because they lost Kurt Signetti and a bunch of other players because of that loss for James Madison. Um, yeah, I mean 8-4, 7-5, either one is very, very possible. I'll go 8-4 just because I think the defense will be that much improved.
Okay. All right.